What's going on, everybody? Spaceballs here. Welcome back to another Calibria Crystal Guardians video. Today, guys, we are doing the Grind is Real Part 13. I'm so excited. It's really early in the morning, but the patch just came in. There's so much stuff to go over. There's just so much new stuff. We're going to go over everything. This is the series where I show you guys what I'm grinding and why. So I'm going to show you, what I've been grinding for the past week, which is pretty much chaotic lair. So I'm going to show you guys that. I'm going to show you my box. We're going to do some upgrades. We're going to do some skill ups. We're going to go over all the new stuff. Then as you guys can see, we have the Bulldog shirt on. But we're not going to summon in this video. I'm going to do a video after this video, and we're going to summon for the new unit, which we'll actually go over now. Then at the very, very end of this video, we are going to pick the giveaway winners. So make sure you watch all the way to the end to see if you won this week's 100 subscriber giveaway. Let's get into it, guys. First things first that I want to go over is the new unit. I'm so excited about this new unit. I'm actually more excited about him than I am for the Genie. I would actually much rather pull him than the Genie. But you guys know how long it took Spaceballs to get his Mountain King. So you never know how long it's going to take for me to get this guy. I don't even know his name. Master Teo. I briefly skimmed him. I didn't even know they added a new unit, and then I briefly skimmed him. And there was a skill on him. I think it's this one here. Attacks all enemies 2 times. Each attack deals 160% of attack and damage, and has a 15% chance to drain 20% of the target's energy and slow them for 2 turns. After attacking, haste all allies for 2 turns. That skill alone seems really broken. Just that one alone. And I think he's got an even better one. When an ally takes damage, Master Teo has a 70% chance to steal 30% energy from an enemy, excluding the attacker. This effect is calculated once after each enemy's attack turn. That could be fun. It's a fun passive. The problem is skilling up all of these things. Most of the time you got to pick just one. Because there's some, even with my Azura, I like to use both of his passives, but it takes 10 skill cats to do so. And if you guys notice, I said skill cats, not Devilmons. We're finally breaking that bad habit of Devilmons. And then there's another passive. So he's got 2 passives, and then he's got an AoE attack. When Master Teo is the only hero remaining, increase res crit damage by 50% and damage of all attackers by 100%. When other heroes are alive and Master Teo is attacked, 50% of attacks damage will be doubled and taken by your hero with the most HP. So you can run this guy with a really super tank like Celine or something like that has a ton of HP. This guy seems like a lot of fun. So we're definitely going to do a summons after this video, because I definitely want to try to get this guy. You know how my luck usually goes when we try to get something on patch day, but I always like to summon on patch day. We're going to do some LDs as well. I think I have 10 saved up. Let's do this one first. Attacks 5 times at random. Now, I'm not crazy about attacks at random stuff. The same thing with Archmage. I much like his AoE hits 3 times more than I like his one that hits 3 times at random. Something about the random stuff, unless you're fighting a boss or you're doing a dungeon run or something like that, then it's okay. But anyways, attacks 5 times at random. Each attack deals 160% of attack and damage and has a 50% chance to slow the target for 2 turns. Enemies that are slowed by this attack will take 2 times damage. Seems interesting. See, I like this better because it's an AoE already. Attacks all enemies to deal 315% of attack and damage. 50% chance to slow targets for 2 turns. After this skill is complete, all slowed enemies will restore 100% of their attack in HP to Master Teo. This guy seems broken. I don't know. Just something about it. I don't know if I'm reading it wrong or something, but just something about his kit just seems broken. I really hope we can summon him so we can check out how broken he really is. Then his A1 is just a attack an enemy to deal 400%. That's a really high multiplier for an A1 of attack and damage. 85% chance to slow the target for 2 turns. So this guy's got slow on almost every one of his skills. So he's going to be a lot of fun. He's going to be a lot of fun. Let's hope we can get him after this video. But I think that's all they added for now. We also are we're actually missing 3 Nat 5s now. We're missing Noctora, Genie, and Master Teo. So we're missing one from each faction now, so that's pretty cool. And we're only missing Mr. Hades himself. As you know, we want Joan. I would love a Monkey King. Lucifer, I don't really want him that much. I would only want him just to finish my archives. I'd probably end up, to be honest with you, I'd probably end up converting him. If I were to convert any, it would probably be him because I have Loki. But you never, the chance of me getting him anyway is like slim to none. But I'm just saying, if I were to ever convert any of these, it would be Loki after I pulled him. Because I believe Valkyrie's very good. I believe all the other ones are really good. Mikhail is very good. Mr. Deo Lord is very good. Okay, so that's it on that part of it. Bought the skin and the succubus. Now, they did fix, from what I'm understanding, I didn't test it myself yet, but they did fix the succubus passive. Because what happened with succubus and Bone King, what would happen was if you put, like, if you did a silence, like if you use the vampire, we'll say, and you put a silence on, I mean, like a block passive on her, and she died, she would still, you know, trick her passive. And the same thing with the Bone King. I already read in the chat that everybody was saying that it's fixed already. So I will test it out later, but I'm pretty much 100% sure that it is fixed. So there'll be no more spamming the double succubus. I actually have like 5 succubuses building. So as you can see here, we got our 2 troll lancers, and this is for Guild Wars. Our paladin, our wisp we're building because everybody sleeps on the wisp. I made the mistake of sleeping on the wisp. Thank you. Shout out to, oh, I forget his name. Oh, shout out to Zod. He reminded me how good Wisp was with this skill right here. 100% chance to strip all enemies and put a slow on them. Now, if you look at Princess, she's only like a 40% chance. So this is a big deal. That's a big deal to me. So we're going to get her built. And you see we got all our food here. So we try to use as much food to give him as much skill ups as possible. We got all of our skill ups. We're actually going to skill up Eve right now. We can do that right now on video. We're going to do some evolving as well right now. We can actually evolve her right now. Do that on video. I hope everybody's having a great week so far. It's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. Because Fridays we get the update, and now it just so happens that the updates are going to pair up with the grind is real. So we can do the grind is real and the updates together, which is really awesome. I'm glad that happened. And we still have so much stuff to go over, guys. Don't worry. We're going to cover everything. Now, this is not the paladin. I think I have a paladin that's already. There he is. And then Barbarian King will probably be next. Then we'll start working on our 3 Bone Kings for our lair team. And these succubuses, we'll probably leave them like the Windwalkers at level 35. They're just for Guild Wars, just for like, you know, the early teams. Just so I have a defense break and a attack up. They're not really there. They don't really need to be 6-star or anything. They just need to be evolved. And they're pretty much just there on the team. So you guys can see the rest of my box. Okay. So we can actually evolve him too. Yeah, because the Paladin is actually really good for like troll teams in the beginning of Guild Wars. Same thing with the Troll Lancers. It's very good to have because they can actually get you some wins like early on. And they can kill off some like really, you know, tough players that have some tough teams like early on in the beginning. So it's definitely good to have them. My Troll Lancers are done already. So we'll 6-star them later. There's no need to 6-star them now. You guys know what a 6-star looks like. But we will try to skill up our Eve. Now, I've been using Eve in my chaotic lair team. And the one thing I want to go over with her and her skills is when you use her in lair, guys, make sure you're using this skill for each ally that is alive. Increase Eve's attack and defense by 25%. Very important if you're using her in lair that you use this skill because somebody today was trying to build like a speed team. And they had sent me a picture of their box, and they showed me, and they were actually using this skill here, which this skill here you use for speed runs, you use in arena. But when you're in lair, guys, make sure you're using this passive. This is the passive you want to be using. This is the passive that's going to do the most damage. I like to use the defense break personally. I think this one has a higher multiplier. It has like a HP block. I mean, you can use the HP block for, you know, the lawful Chimera, but for me personally, I have my Una that does the HP block, so I don't worry about that. I'd rather have the extra defense break. So I think what we're going to try to do here is we're going to put some devil mods into our first and second skill. I'm going to leave the passive on because I don't want them to go into this skill quite yet. Because I don't really... Actually... We'll spread them out. We'll spread them out and see what happens. She takes a lot of devil mods. She takes 15 devil mods. I did it. I didn't do it in the beginning, but I'm doing it now, guys. But I know I made you smile. She takes 15 skill cats, guys. She takes 15 skill cats. You see, I got cocky. I thought I tricked you. No, I'm only kidding. I got cocky, and that's what happens. I fall right back into summoning war. That is okay, because you guys know you love it. But here we go. Let's feed her some skill cats. Let's just feed her all the skill cats. I'm surprised I haven't given her skill cats already. I just like to do this stuff on video with you guys. I just love to build my account with you guys. You guys know how I am. Spaceballs loves for you guys to be a part of his grind, to show you guys how real the grind is. I think it spread out pretty nice there. Yeah, it did spread out pretty nice though. Let's give her 5 more. Then we're going to save the rest because after this, after I skill her up, I'm going to finish my Azura. And then I'm going to save the rest for my Bone King speed team because you need, in order to run that team, guys, which a lot of people don't understand neither, in order to run that Bone King speed team, you need to have all of their passives completely skilled up. And now if the skill cats don't go into the third skill and they go into the first and second skill, it's going to cost you like 15 skill cats each Bone King, unless you get lucky and they go all into the second and third skill like it just did here. But if you're not lucky, forget about it. It's going to cost you a lot of skill cats, so it's going to take a lot of saving. So something like that is something you work on over time. Like you build the Bone Kings, you evolve them, you work on it slowly, and then before you know it, you'll have the team done. But it's not something that you can just like, you know, throw yourself into and build in like 2 days. You know, like the team that I use now, you can build that team in like 2 or 3 days. That speed, super speed team, that takes time. And you definitely have to have the Bone Kings. I'll show you. And they also fixed his passive too. This passive here, I'll show you. This passive you absolutely need it skilled out, or at least 90%. But even 90%, you still want 100% because you definitely need this to proc in the first turn if you want to have a 4-second layer team, or even like a 6 to 8 second layer team, whatever it is. But this needs to proc. It's very important. And I'll show you guys here. They also apparently, I haven't tested it yet, but they apparently fixed this skill as well, because this skill was just like the Succubus skill. If you use the vampire and you put the passive, you know, block on him, if he died, he would still proc this skill. Now apparently he does not proc this skill. So they did a ton of bug fixes this patch, which I'm really happy to see. I also want to show you guys what I've also been working on. I've been working on my wolves. Both of my wolves. I got him on full conflict, which I'm very, very happy about. He's a little slow. He doesn't need much crit rate because I'm running Cyberus with him. So he doesn't need too much crit rate because he's going to get the crit rate from there. So I wasn't too worried about getting him at that high crit rate. Now, once I max this out, I'll have high crit damage. I was really mostly worried about getting him on full conflict and getting him as high of attack as possible. Now, the same thing with my Cyberus. We got him a bunch of crit damage, though. We got him a bunch of attack. Good HP, good crit rate, which he doesn't even really need that much crit rate. I would like to have a little bit more hit percentage on him for the defense break, but he does have 100% defense break, so he seems to be landing it pretty good. So I'm not going to complain about it, but if I notice in the future that he's not landing it on the chaotic chimera, I will definitely add some hit percentage. I actually have a couple of runes that I could switch around, but then he's going to lose a little bit of a crit damage and attack, which I really don't want to take from him because I like the amount of damage that he's doing right now. So once we get all this stuff built for Guild Wars, like all of these Windwalkers, all this stuff is for Guild Wars. Because Guild Wars is insane lately because we got Dragon and Coco, and they just have like an unlimited amount of teams. So I'm trying to keep up with them. Okay, I had to let my dog in. I think we were talking about, what were we talking about? I think we were talking about the Bone Kings passive. I feel like every time I make a video, my dog is scratching at the door. It's kind of funny. I think he knows like when we're getting ready to do our mass summoning sessions, and he just wants to be behind me, which is pretty awesome that he knows that. But yeah, I think we were talking about the passive and how they just changed the passive and all that stuff, and how we've been farming Chaotic Lair, which I'll show you that team very soon. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. That's what I've been grinding. As you can see, this is a lot of grinding, guys. All these Windwalkers and all of these Paladins, all this stuff is just a ton of campaign grinding. So it takes a ton of time. So it takes days and days and days. That's when I always tell you guys, like, when I'm grinding for the week, it's always something like that that just takes up so much time and just like 18 hours of day of grinding. So let's go into some of the new stuff that they put. Now this isn't necessarily new, but I noticed they took out the event thing on the bottom, and I guess they're adding it here on the side now, which is pretty cool. It's a little bit neater, nicer, so you don't actually have to click out of the screen. Now I don't know if they're going to add back that event thing or not, but this is the treasure hunt here. I already finished mine. I feel like the only difference here is that now it shows here instead of down there. This is just all the normal stuff. I just think they just kind of cleaned it up in a way. They just made it look nicer, which is, hey, that's awesome. I like this little guy on the bottom with his little button eyes. I think that's pretty cool. And the normal stuff, Guild Wars, 3-day perks, enhance runes, get runes, pretty much all the same stuff as before. The only thing that's different is they took out the events right here. You can't see my mouse, but right under recommended, right here, right under this, used to be limited event. Oh no, something else was under here. It's not there anymore. I'm not sure if it's just because of the patch, maybe something happened and they're going to put it back, but for right now it is not there. But that is okay, not a big deal. Let's make our wish. This rune right here, I was looking at it. This rune is actually like, this rune's like perfect. It's attack percentage, crit rate, crit damage, and flat attack. Now, unless this rolls flat attack 4 times the minimum roll, this is a true wish rune. Like, if you got a rune like that, that is a true wish rune, unless it literally rolled flat attack 4 times. Oh, I actually want to roll a rune with you guys. There was a rune that I pulled that I got from Lair. I got from Lair. I shared it in the chat. I didn't roll it because, again, I like to do this stuff with you guys. I just threw it on my bird for now, because I'd like to spread my runes out and try to get like everything runed, so I don't have to like switch runes and stuff like that. I know it's not the way you're supposed to do it, but it's the way I like to do it, and it actually holds runes, so you don't have to like sell your, like, you know, like your decent runes. You don't have to like sell them to make space, because you just spread them out throughout your monster box. Seems to work for me. But this is the rune here, guys. Look at this. Is this the rune? Let's see. Yeah, this is the rune here. Look at this baby. Now this rune can be beautiful, and it can be terrible. It's like one of those things. Like, if it stays away from flat defense, the rune will be perfect. If it gets decent rolls, it's going to be perfect. Now, you know how this goes. I'm going to go for it, because we have that bulldog shirt on. We're going to bring the bulldog luck to this rune, hopefully. You see what I'm talking about, guys? And you can say that I jinxed myself and all this stuff, but it always happens. There is no jinxing yourself, because this is what happens. And it's not just to me, it's to everybody. And now look at that double flat defense roll. This rune just turned to garbage. That's why I threw it on the chicken, because I had a feeling it was going to do this. And I figured I would just do it live for you guys so you guys can see it in action. Look at that. A triple defense roll. Come on. Like, it's actually disgusting. It really is. And it happens so much, guys. It happens so much. And you know me, I don't complain, I don't rant. But stuff like this really gets under my skin. And it happens so very, very much. And I can't even switch it out to speed now, because the speed is already on this rune. And then look, you get an 8 speed now. This rune is actually garbage. It actually turned into garbage. I mean, it's usable, but it's like a rare rune. Like, I would consider this a rare rune, because what am I gonna do with 126 flat defense and crit damage? You know, if this could have got like 1 roll to crit rate, 1 roll to HP, but that's just the way it is. Like, when you get a beautiful rune like this, and there's that one bad stat, and you could say that I jinxed it and all of that stuff. It happens to me all of the time. Every time I get a legendary rune with 1 bad stat, it always rolls the bad stat or minimum stats. It's not in my head. It's not jinxing it. It's just the way this game is, and it doesn't only happen to me. It happens to everybody. So there was a bunch of people posting stuff and sending me private messages showing me that this was happening to them. So I just wanted to show you guys this now, so you guys can see for yourself that it also happens to us YouTubers. It's not like we're special. It happens to everybody. That's just the way this game is. So it's like you get a beautiful rune and it just turns to garbage, and there's nothing you could do about it. So that's why I also don't like to buy runes neither. I like to just farm them. I mean, yes, the rune will be fine for my chicken, because my chicken, I'm not going to put you know, great runes on him anyways. And flat defense is good because he's got a low base defense. So that's why I threw it on him, because I had a feeling it was going to roll. I only thought it was going to roll 2. I didn't think it was going to roll 3. But 3 into flat D, that hurt. That just hurt. So it just really turned that rune to junk. And it happens all the time. Like, I feel like my blue runes and my purple runes always roll better than my legendary runes. I just feel that way. It's just the way it is. And I see it all the time in chat, like when people do their runes. They actually added something here too. They added this little thing on the bottom, this little setting wheel. So you can like hide Pacific messages, Spanish messages, French messages, English. That's pretty cool. Just a little something extra. Now let's go over the most exciting thing in this update. That rune really just upset me a lot. It really did. If that's a thing, if that's like things to come for our summoning session after this video, it's going to be a long day for Spaceballs, let me tell you. No, but I'm used to it. It happens all the time. I probably have like 5 or 6 legendary runes that were beautiful when I pulled them, and like I post them in chat, and everybody's like, "Oh, that rune's so beautiful," but I just know in the back of my head that has that one bad stat, and but you'll never get like a triple speed roll for the life of you. But if it's flat attack or flat defense or flat HP, you will get that triple, or you know, whatever it is, roll into that flat stat every single time, because that rune is perfect. It's a conflict rune. Crit damage, HP, crit rate, crit damage, crit rate, HP, speed, flat defense. Now, what are the odds of it rolling flat defense 3 times in a row? You think about that. But it'll happen every single time. Okay, I'm done with it. We're not talking about it. I shouldn't even have rolled it. I actually forgot about it, and then I remembered it when we did the wish, and I shouldn't have even rolled it, but it wouldn't matter, because no matter when I rolled it, it would have happened. Okay, so now let's go over Yuki. They added her to the game. This looks like a lot of fun. Now, what happens here is when you do your boss runs, you get these little tokens. I'll show you in a second. When you do a run, you get a token. I don't know if you get like the higher score you get. I think you just get 1 per run, so it's going to take some time to actually unlock her. But she's really cool. Like, you can change her skills, you can change her faction. She absorbs heroes are of the same star ranking. I'm not quite sure how this works yet, but you guys can read it for yourself. But she looks like a lot of fun. She's only a PvE monster, not a PvP. So you can only use her in PvE, but she still looks like a lot of fun. Can't wait to get her. That's something I'm going to be working on for sure. They added these cool little flags. They added our flags to the... I don't know if they added this to our name. I gotta learn how to change mine. Or if it's actually to the guild, or if it's to the name. I think you can change your personal one. I'm gonna look into that later. I didn't even notice that until just now. Let's just do 1 run so I can see if you actually get a medal every run, or if it's like random if you get one or not, or if you actually get one every single Thanos run you do. So the more runs you have, the faster you're gonna get her. So if you have like 10 runs or whatever it is, you're gonna get her in, what is that, 10 days or something like that? Yes, I think well, we got 2 this one. We only got 1 last one, so that's not true. You can get, it's random. So I feel like you could not get any. I feel like it's one of those things where it's random. The higher chest you get, the more of a chance you have to get it. Which figures it comes down to RNG like everything else in this game. But what happens is, like, runes like that, people spend weeks trying to get a legendary rune that looks at that. Crit damage, slot 4, crit rate, and speed. And what happens is they roll it and that happens, and they quit the game. That happens all the time. Me, I love the game personally. I know how these games are. I've played all of them. It was even worse in Raid Shadow Legends. So this game's actually a little bit better than Raid was. Like when it comes to like wishes and stuff. But I'm used to it. But like a lot of people, they get so upset, they end up just quitting the game because they waited like 4 weeks to get that rune, and then the rune just turns to garbage. So I try to calm people down. I try to even calm myself down sometimes. But you guys know how it is. They did switch like the rankings here, like the rewards. I think they added it to like 40 now, so like the top 40. So the top 5, so rank up to rank 5 gets this, up to rank 10 gets this, up to rank 20 gets this. I'm not sure. I don't really push these rankings too much, so I'm not really sure if this is, if this has changed much. I think it has from what I can understand. Same thing in the arena. a little bit less. You get 3 less, but same thing. I think top 5, top 10, top 20, top 40, top 60, top 80, top 100. I think before it was like there was some type of bug to where like you would get like everybody was getting. I'm not really sure what was going on because I don't push the arena yet, so I'm not really sure what was going on there. But I know there were some issues with the arena stuff. So now we'll show you. Yeah, I ran Evil Chimera for like probably like 60 hours to get that. That was the only legendary 6-star rune I got, and it was crazy. I was so happy when I got that rune, guys. I was so happy. This is my current chaotic Chimera team. You guys know my front line. I always show you that. I'll show you. I just showed you all of these monsters anyway, so I don't need to show you. Now our Eve is fully skilled up. So let's do a couple of these so you guys can see how this works. This is what I've been farming. This in campaign is what I've been farming for the past week to get those runes. Well, this I'm only farming for the grinds because I need berserk grinds. So that's the only reason I'm really farming chaotic lair. But I mostly only farm evil for the conflict runes because I really want attack slot 6 and attack slot 2 and crit damage slot 4, as you saw. I mean, the rune's still okay. I can still grind up the crit rate to like probably like 8. I can grind up the speed now to like 11. I mean, I can grind the HP and I can grind the defense, and it will become a perfect layer damage dealing rune. But it still hurt. That could have been like 10, at least even 1 crit rate roll. Even 1 crit rate roll. Like, because if it was like 12, or 15 crit rate, it would have just been perfect. Crit damage, crit rate, speed. Even if it had a couple flat defense rolls, but 3. What are the chances of it doing? I should have stopped after the second one, but I just like to show you guys that it's not just you guys, because so many people have been messaging me and showing me their runes and how bad they roll, and I just want you guys to know it's not just you. It's part of these gacha games, so just know that it's not you guys, it's everybody. It's every single person out there. Me, Foi, Mr. Amazing, YouTube, we all go through it. And if you guys are listening to me rant right now, message down in the comments if it happens to you, because I know that it happens to absolutely everybody. If it has happened to you guys, you YouTubers, show them in your next video. Show how bad, like, some of your best runes, like one of your best runes, like that you thought was going to be amazing, and then turned out to be like probably your least used rune. Because that's usually what happens. My most used runes, like even on my lair teams, are actually blue and purple runes. Sadly enough, it is the truth. They are blue and purple runes, because what happens is a blue rune has a much more of a chance of rolling, like, let's say you have attack and crit rate on it, it'll roll that double crit rate. Then if you can get a third roll to roll like speed or, crit damage, whatever it is, that rune is actually going to be a lot better than getting a legendary rune that rolls flat defense 3 times. So even when I got that rune, I knew in the back of my head, because I've been playing these games for so long, I was thinking in the back of my head, I was like, that rune is just too good to be true. And it's probably my fault. I probably should just roll them right when I get them, because it's just, like, when you get it, it's good RNG, so you should just keep that RNG rolling. But I think that's all in my head as well. I think no matter what I did, it was going to do that. It used to happen to me a lot in Raid Shadow Legends, actually. I used to get so much good gear, like, from that battle pass. And that's what actually made me quit Raid Shadow Legends, is I had 6 pieces of gear, and all of them had beautiful stats, and they all had flat stat on it. And all 6 pieces of gear rolled the flat stat. And it got me so upset that that's when I found Calibria. I started looking for a new game, and I found Calibria, and then I never played Raid again after that. I played it like a couple times. I made a couple videos on it, and I totally just left Raid in my rearview mirror because of it. But at least in this game, you can, like, change stuff around. But the problem is it's 3 rolls. Like, even if I scratch off the flat defense, it's 3 rolls. Like, it would have helped if it was, like, mixed up a little bit. Like, if it would have went into, like, anything. But I know I'm ranting about it, but it really gets to me, because it could have rolled anything else. Could have rolled HP, could have rolled speed, anything else I wouldn't have cared, but flat defense. But I'm done talking about it. Let's talk about the lair team and why this lair team works, and all the amazing stuff that's in this update. The bug fixes, absolutely amazing. I love them. I haven't tested any of them out yet, but I will after the video. I'll do some testing. After the summoning video, actually, I'll do some testing. Now, this lair team, you don't need Eve. I was using Bone King as the leader. And in place of Eve, I was using Pirate Captain. I think I've showed you guys that team before. And then I was using my two wolves. Bone King as the lead. And Pirate Captain, the team works just as good. Just with Eve, you get the 50% attack leader. And it's a little bit faster because you guys know that Eve hits a lot harder. And I actually forgot to change her third skill. That was a big mistake. I forgot to change her third skill. I think that's why this is taking so long, because it's usually a lot faster. I feel like it's a lot faster than this normally. So it might be because I forgot to change her third skill, which I will do right now. Epic fail. Spaceball's at his best. It is only 5:43 in the morning right now. I was waiting for this patch all night. I was going to make a video, and then I realized the maintenance stuff came up on my game when I went to get on my computer, so I had to wait like 3 hours to make the video that I wanted to make 3 hours before, and we still got to pick the giveaway winners, guys. So we're gonna do one more rune. See, I can't get that rune off my mind, guys. I can't get it off my mind. I'm gonna do one more run after this, so I can fix her passive. That's like I told you guys for Lair, when you use Eve and Lair, because a lot of people were asking me, so just to clear this up for you guys, you're using her in Lair. And the beauty of this is you don't even need, it is what it is. You don't need skill catch. You don't need anything. It works the way it is. This is the one you want to be using in Lair, so make sure that's the one you have on. So let's do one more. We'll quickly go over everything they added, which I think we pretty much did already. Very happy about the new unit. He looks a lot of fun. We could have had a good conflict rune to put on him, which now we don't. So that rune is definitely going to stay on my chicken, because I use the chicken for Guild Wars anyways. So it's still usable. I don't think I'll ever max it out because of the fact that it rolled triple flat defense, but we're not going to talk about that. So I'll probably never max it out, so it'll probably stay on him. Or maybe I will max it out one day, who knows. It's still usable, believe it or not, because it was just such a good rune. Like, it really was. It was such a good rune, except for that flat defense. So I can still grind it, like I said. But you see, like, the team actually looks like it's working a lot better now that Eve has the right skill on. But you know me, I am an epic fail. So I love the bug fixes. I love the new world boss monster. I love that. I feel like she's going to be a lot of fun, and it gives us something to do, something to work towards. I love the new lawful unit. He looks like a lot of fun. We're going to try to summon him right after this video. And I always love when they bring, like, you know, quality of life, which is like bug fixes and all of that stuff, fixing the succubus, the Bone King. I feel like that stuff is needed on a constant basis to keep the game rolling. I like this stuff they did in the chat, like where you can like block certain things, all that good stuff. I always like that stuff. Even though I don't block anybody. I don't think I've ever needed to block anybody. Don't need that. So that's pretty much it for what I've been grinding. That's my box. I'll show you my growth plan. We're almost at 2,800. I feel like the hardest part of this growth plan, getting to growth plan 8. Yeah, we're on growth plan 7. Getting to growth plan 8, the hardest thing is going to be these runes right here. This right here. This is going to be the hardest part. Is completing this, or like mostly completing this. As you can see here, we're only like 300 out of 630, 181 out of 630. It's going to be so hard to complete this. But hey, we're going to try. It's probably going to take us forever, but we're going to do the best we can. I feel like we're definitely going to finish the 2 stars before we even are close to finishing that. So I think that's it. Anything else I wanted to show you guys before we go? I think that was everything. Yeah, this was the flag thing I was talking about. I'm not sure how to change it. I'm going to look into that later. If you guys know in the comments how to change it, let me know in the comments. You guys always help me out. You got me, you know I'm an epic fail. And it takes me days to figure stuff out like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me pause it, and then we're going to pick the giveaway winners. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And poof, we're back. It's time for the giveaway, guys. And like we usually do, we will click on the giveaway video. We'll pause it. I hope you guys aren't hearing all this. copy, and then we're going to paste it. Fetch it. We do anything goes. You guys know we don't do that keyword stuff anymore. I'd like to do the anything goes, so I'd like to read your comments. This is going to be first pick $20, second pick $15, third pick $10. This is our 700 sub giveaway. Now don't worry if you don't win this one. A random giveaway is set for Tuesday morning. We are going to do that one Tuesday morning. So still make sure you're commenting and liking on all the videos to be a part of the random giveaway, because the random giveaway is going to be the biggest prize, personal prize I've ever given out. So you definitely want to make sure that you're subbed, you're liking and commenting to be a part of that on Tuesday. I was going to do that one today and this one, but I figured this one's been 8 days already, so better we do this one first and then we do the random one. Not going to include implies. So here we go. 57 comments. Seems off. 57 comments doesn't seem right to me. Hold on. I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay, we're back. Yeah, 57 comments. That's what it is. I checked it. I mean, usually I keep them up for like 8 or 9 days. This one's been exactly 7 days. I'm not sure if that's it, but hey, good luck to you guys. Congratulations to our 3 winners. Here we go. Good luck to everybody. Our first winner is Eric Cribbs. Congratulations on 700. Thank you so much. We're climbing up to 800. Congratulations. Thank you. Shoot me an email, shoot me a Discord, whatever it is, and I'll send, and let me know which one you want. Any gift card you want, let me know and I'll send it right over to you. Congratulations, brother. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to me. Our next one, Dr. Puerto Rico. GZ, man, excited for 1K. And did you play SW? And if so, what LD-Nat5 did you have? Funny enough, Dr. Puerto Rico, I played Summoning War for close to 4 years. I opened close to 350 LD scrolls, and I never pulled an LD-Nat5. That is one of the main reasons I quit Summoning War, because the game became so pay to win at the end, and everybody had LD-Nat5s that was in G2, G3, and I was in G2, G3. The problem was that it was so hard for me because I had no LD-Nat5s, and everyone I was facing was just full teams of LD-Nat5. So if I wanted to keep up with them, I had to keep buying runes and all this stuff, and it was just so pay to win. I got so tired of it, I ended up quitting the game. But congratulations, brother. You just won 15 bucks. Shoot me an email, Discord. Let me know which gift card you want, and I will send it right over to you. Congratulations. Thank you so much for your support. And our last one, guys, our last one, $10. Mark. Oh, man, I need your bulldog luck. I'm in chase of Spider Queen so bad. I hope you get Spider Queen. Congratulations, brother. You just won $10. Shoot me an email, Discord. Let me know which gift card you want, and I will send it right over to you. Congratulations to our 3 winners, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you to everybody for the support. But don't worry if you didn't win this one. We're about 50-something subs away from 800. So we're going to get another giveaway probably going sometime in the middle of next week. But we also have the random giveaway going on, guys. Do not forget, make sure you're subbed. Make sure you're liking and make sure you're commenting, because it's going to be the biggest prize Spaceballs has ever given out. And that will be on Tuesday morning. So just make sure you're doing those things to be a part of that giveaway. But as always, guys, thank you so much for your support. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Spaceballs out. Peace.